What's up, everybody? Yeah, welcome to the Mike Dolce Show. I appreciate you guys for being here. Today, we're doing something slightly different. I received quite a few emails and questions about a fitness YouTuber that, respectfully, I've never heard of, a gentleman named Mario Tomic. And in this video, Mario discusses fat loss for those who are above 20% body fat, trying to get down towards 15% or so. And he says some things in here right out of the gate that don't make sense. Now, I'm going to share the screen and I'm going to share short little clips of Mario's video to be respectful. We're still trying to figure out what the YouTube rules here are in sharing people's content. But I'm going to share a little bit. The audio is on. I don't know how well you'll hear the audio, but captions are on also, so you can see it. And I will speak through these points that Mario makes. So let's share the screen here. And thank you guys for tuning in and being a part of the channel. Feel free to leave any questions in the chat room, and I will answer those at the end of the video. So there is Mario here, and let's briefly hear what he has to say. Okay, all right. So first, he says that he's going to share information that has nothing to do with discipline. People who are trying to lean out blame lack of discipline, but Mario's saying, in fact, it's not a lack of discipline. It's not a lack of motivation, but it's these three magical tips that he has that are the reason why you can't get lean, that people can't get lean. Okay, I'm interested because, well, discipline is everything. Consistency is everything. Being mindful, being intentional, being accountable. Well, that's everything. Compliance to the program, that's everything. What magic secret steps does Mario have that we've never heard of before? I want to hear this. And fortunately, I watched the video and I will take you to the next part in which he discusses. Now, let's go on and listen. All right, so let's time out here for a second. Let's go back and let's remember what Mario just said. So in the beginning of the video, he says that he's going to remove the misconception that it's not a lack of motivation. It's not a lack of discipline. It's not because you're lazy. That's not what's holding you back. And I'm going to point to discipline because that's what Mario discusses. It's not a lack of discipline. That's the problem with you not losing body fat. He's going to give you three secret special tips that only he has. And then number one is what? You overeat on your cheat meal. His number one tip of why you can't lose fat, why you can't lose weight is you're too undisciplined to not overeat on your cheat meal. This makes no sense because the very beginning of his video, he very clearly says, let's show you here. So he's saying he has 3 tips that time after time are proven effective that have nothing to do with discipline. Yet his very first point is that you are too undisciplined to not overeat on your cheat meals. This makes no sense. Well, let's move on to the next point that he makes. Scrolling through here, and let's put this back on screen and let's listen. I don't know, maybe he's got another point here. Let's listen. Okay, so point number 2. Sedentary lifters, he calls it. People who go to the gym to lift weight, but they're too undisciplined to continue doing cardio. They simply do not perform any additional exercise. Again, Mario, this is clearly a lack of discipline. Every lifter knows, every trainee knows, every novice knows if they want to lose body fat, they have to perform some form of cardiovascular activity, which is walking, which is jogging, which is cycling, which is swimming, which is running, which is hiking, which is moving their body more than they normally do. So tip number 1 that has nothing to do with discipline is completely discipline based in that you overeat on your cheat meal. Tip number 2 that Mario says has nothing to do with discipline is totally discipline related in that these sedentary lifters are too undisciplined to perform 10, 20, 30 minutes of cardio, even post-exercise, but certainly they're not doing it in the morning. That is a lack of discipline once again. Totally and completely a lack of discipline. Mario, what are you talking about? The whole premise in the first 30 seconds of your video is that it is not discipline related, yet the first 2 points you had brought up are completely discipline or lack of discipline related. This makes no sense, my man. And the third point here, let's see what he has to say. Oh my God. Problem number 3 that has nothing to do with discipline is what Mario calls fragile commitment. They start a program and then they fall off. Dude, what are you talking about, Mario, brother? You make no sense. Now, if you had simply said, hey, guys, you want to lose body fat, you want to go from 20% body fat down to 15% body fat, here's 3 things you need to consider. Number 1, don't overeat on your cheat meals. Number 2, add more low-intensity cardio to your lifestyle. And number 3, stay focused regardless of the highs and lows of the meal plan. Regardless of the wins and losses, regardless of the what the scale says, just stay committed to the program. Stay disciplined. So this is his whole video is clickbait. Why does he preface the video in telling you, and this is my problem with a lot of fitness marketers parading as fitness experts, and I haven't done a deep dive into Mario. He might be a good guy. He might be credible. I don't know. So I'm strictly speaking on this one single video that he put out. And you guys, I got enough of you guys who sent it to me to be like, dude, Dolce, this is the opposite of what you say. Because we talk about discipline. We talk about personal accountability. We talking about being mindful, being intentional, being accountable with your daily decisions to propel you to future results. Mario, on the other hand, is saying discipline has nothing to do with it. Motivation has nothing to do with it. If you want to lose body fat, it's not a matter of discipline, But then he goes on to give 3 points that are 100% discipline related. And remember, he said, people overeat on their cheat meals. Why is that? Because they're not disciplined to not overeat. Number 2, people don't do enough cardio. Why is that? Because they're not disciplined enough to do cardio. And number 3, people fall off a program. They start a program and then they stop because they're not disciplined enough to stop, to continue a program. Mario, what are you talking about, bro? This is an epic fail. Your video is an epic fail. Maybe you're a good guy. Maybe you know what you're talking about. I don't know. Maybe. But this one video is a bad look. Why would you start it with the preface that it has nothing to do with discipline instead of telling your followers, and you have a lot. He's got like 200 some odd thousand followers, right? He's got a lot of subscribers to a channel, more than we have over here, which makes, I mean, good for him. He's got good editing and things like that. And check out his channel, of course. But the information is crap, man. It's crap. By the way, so let me answer some questions for you guys in the live chat. What do you think about this? Do any of you guys even follow Mario? Some of you do, because I got enough of you sending me this email. I got tons and tons and tons and tons of Greg Doucette and Tom DeLauer. And like, that's like the low-hanging fruit in my mind. I mean, everything Greg Doucette says is pretty much wrong. And Tom DeLauer has changed... excuse me, has changed his stance on diet and fitness and exercise and meal plan so many freaking times. It's like, it's low-hanging fruit. But anyway, Mario, okay. All right. Paul P says, Mike, this is insane. YouTube's algorithm is really effing this up. I know, right? But we're here. We're pushing. Drone says, how does 3 weeks to shredded do for someone who has high blood sugar and insulin resistance? I believe it does extremely well. We've seen many people with specific health concerns and health issues dramatically improve their life following our program. You guys can click the links below to learn more about our 4-week and 12-week personalized diet and exercise program. We even have a 20% discount that's about to disappear, so check it out right now. But of course, as everything else, speak with your doctor before starting this or any diet or exercise program. Zlatan the Rogue, what's up, Senpai? What's up, my brother? Thank you for getting the channel badge. Everyone, click the join button to get that badge so I know that you are a part of our internal community. You're a subscriber to this channel, and you've taken that next step forward and gotten that badge, so I know you are an insider. Lucas says he has 255,000 subs. I know, and hey, good for him. Maybe, hopefully, and I'm an optimist, maybe he puts out good information. I don't know. But that last video, man, that was a dud. How confusing is that? Fragile commitment, Adderall says, equals lack of discipline. I know. How obvious is that? That makes me think he's intentionally conflating the information. And I don't understand why he would do that. Now, everything he said was very simple, very basic, very correct. Don't overeat on your cheat meals. Don't skip cardio and stick to the program. You can simply say it like that, but why put the false pretense of discipline has nothing to do with body fat success? That's fucking wrong, man. Why would you say that? Discipline has everything to do with losing weight, with gaining muscle, with increasing personal finance, with establishing lifelong healthy interpersonal relationships. Discipline has everything to do with everything. Discipline is your habits, and habits create your reality. That makes no sense, man. Victor, thumbs up, Victor, bang, bang. And everyone, bang, bang, give this video a thumbs up if you agree with me. Give the video a thumbs down if you agree with Mario that discipline has nothing to do with your body fat and health and fitness goals. That makes no sense. Leave any comments below this video. Of course, if there's any specific questions that you have, leave them in the comments, and I will do a future video on those completely for you on this channel, which I love. Drone says, okay, we get it. Let's get on with Dolce Knows. It's just marketing. It is just marketing. Bam, bam, bam. Adderall just became a YouTube member, signing up and getting that insider community badge. Welcome to the team, Adderall. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. And all of you who actually join and become a member of our community, you get that badge. We have a few really cool events coming up that will be just for the badged members of our community. I got a few awesome guests that will be on the show with us answering your questions live. Now, everyone will be able to watch, but will only be taking questions from those who actually have that badge. So consider it. It helps support the channel and lets us know that you're here. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and we'll do our best to provide you the most honest, actionable, and evidence-based information to dramatically improve your life. Subs does not equal quality information. That is the truth. That is freaking the truth. There's a lot of clickbait channels out there that do the natty or nots and the takedowns and all the hate and all the spew and all the gossip and all the drama. They do a lot of that. We don't do that. But I will ask you, is there any video that you want me to review on this channel? Are there any creators that maybe you disagree with that you want me to give my opinion on? I will do my best to do so in a very, my own entertaining way, but I'm not a hater. I'm not someone who really attacks people. I'll attack ideas. I'll speak very passionately about ideas, but I don't really tear people down. That's just not the energy I want to put into the world. But if there's anyone you want me to talk about, any video, please leave it in the comment section below this video, and I'll definitely, hopefully get it out there soon. Drone says, thanks for the reply. You got it. How to get rid of man boobs. Ooh, that is a whole video. FC, I will do a whole video on that for you. Man boobs, sometimes known as gynecomastia, but other times simply known as fat nip. What is the difference between the two? And I can actually tell you, as someone who used to have A cups when I was 282 pounds, now I have the shredded pecs of a Greek god. We'll say that's a really weird way to say that. Badged up, Coach Adderall. I appreciate that, man. Get that badge, baby. Get that badge. Become a member of our internal community. Click the join button below the video. Get that badge so I know you are an inside member of the community. We got really cool stuff coming for you guys. Paul says, also MMA Talk. Did you believe Colby and Jorge are really rivals? I 1000% believe they are, finessing the game and have been trying to get this fight for the bag. No, they are rivals. I know these two dudes personally. I just did a video earlier today on Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal and the matchup. These two guys are legitimate frenemies. Legitimate. They legitimately do not like each other. They legitimately want to beat each other's ass. They legitimately think they are better than each other. They legitimately want to fight. They would fight in a parking lot without the UFC pay-per-view money being there. They're lucky that they can fight for the UFC and get paid for it. But let me tell you, like Colby versus Usman, they didn't dislike each other. Usman was a champion, Colby was a contender, and that was business. Jorge and Colby do not like each other. This is a real blood match. This is a real grudge match for real. I know these dudes. I watched these guys train hundreds of times years ago at American Top Team. They used to hang out, go to lunch together, sleep at each other's houses, go on dates and all this stuff. Now they hate each other. That is real. And you can't manufacture that. Lucas says, how important is breathing during exercise? Can you explain it a bit? Well, I'll put it this way. How important is breathing not doing exercise? The average human can live for 2 weeks with no food, 2 days with no water, 2 minutes with no oxygen. So again, Lucas, I will kick this back to you. How important is breathing while trying to perform athletically? Vastly important. Vastly important. Most people do not consider proper breathing. That's one of the things we focus on with our elite athletes, is their ability to breathe while breathing under pressure, breathing while exerting, breathing to recover. Oxygen is energy, is the saying that we have in training camps and in the corners. Oxygen is energy. Control your breathing, control the fight. Very important. Paul P, I think you and Chris Jones would be an interesting collab. Actually, I'm a big fan of Chris Jones all the way back from his Pump Chaser days in the early YouTube days. Chris Jones was running around out there. My man Louis Marco was running around out there. Infinite Edge Intensity. It was kind of fringe YouTube fitness, but he was out there. I never watched Scooby, but Scooby was back in the early days. I go old school YouTube. Back when my man Jerry Ward was pumping out content, getting big views. Even during the ice cream fitness bio lane, YouTube drama days, right? That, just funny stuff. With that said, I believe Colby is levels above in that matchup. I did pick, actually go watch the video. I did a video earlier today on the matchup. I break down the Jorge Masvidal, Colby Covington matchup. I give details. I break down the fights, similar opponents. And then I tell you who I think is going to win, what round they're going to win, but why I think that will happen. And it might not be what you think I might say. And I never pick fights, but I figured, hell, on the YouTube channel for you guys, I'm going to start picking fights. Not like picking fights, starting fights, but I'm going to start picking who I think is going to win fights. I always say, you never know. Well, now I'm going to give I think I know here. You're on fire, Dolce. It's great. Well, I'm not mad at Mario, right? I'm not mad at Mario Tomic. He put out a video that was kind of a misleading video, a clickbait video with a lot of bad information. I get really pissed off when fitness marketers tell people that discipline has nothing to do with their success. I put out a tweet today in an Instagram post saying, it's not because you ate one cookie that you failed. It's because you eat one fucking cookie every single day. That's why you fail, because you're not disciplined enough to say no to the cookie. That's why you fail. People are like, oh, it's only one cookie. One cookie won't kill me. One cookie per day will fucking kill you. It's death by 1,000 cuts. That's what this is. Discipline is your ability to stick to the plan in line with the goal. And that is not what Mario Tomic just said in his video. Like, man, dude, do better, bro. Dude, you got a huge following. Serve your community with better content. Be more honest. Tell the truth. Maybe it was unintentional. I always give people the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it was unintentional. But I don't know. It feels kind of clickbaity to me. Yeah, my bad, bro. I'll just watch the other video. I think you'll enjoy that. Craig says, fan from Australia. I love Australia. Whereabouts in Australia? I've been to Perth. I've been to Sydney. I've been to Brisbane. I've been to Melbourne many times. I've spent quite a bit of time down in Australia. I cannot wait to get back there. But if they don't let Novik down to Australia, they certainly aren't letting Uncle Mike down there for a while. What's your favorite fruit to eat when trying to lose weight? All of them. We do not cut off fruit. If you're following our 3 weeks to shredded program, #1 best-selling book right here, by the way, available on Amazon and DolceDietShop.com. 3 weeks to shredded is also an online personalized diet and exercise program. Click the link below, go to thedolcediet.com, and you can actually start your own personalized online version of 3 weeks to shredded by clicking the link below, and you will see that you're eating fruit all day long. Typically, we have 4 servings of fruit on our 3 weeks to shredded program while getting super yoked and lean and fit and healthy and performing at elite levels of athletic competition, which blows my mind. I'll actually do a video on carbohydrate ingestion during acute fat loss phases. Maybe it'll be a more clickbaity title than that, but maybe it will be that title actually, because that's probably the best way to say that. Different Daryl says you and Jeff Cavalier would be fire. Also, the MMA talk is just better with actual MMA guys, just way more credible. Can't wait to see. I agree. Thank you. Man, I've been in every single training room at every big gym. I've worked with every elite coach, either cornering with them, traveling with them, staying in the same hotel room with them, or competing against them on the other side of the octagon, right? People forget how much experience I have. And Different Daryl, thank you for getting that badge on the channel, for joining and becoming an insider of this channel as a subscriber. Guys and gals, if you have not subscribed yet, consider subscribing to this channel to support us. #1, support the channel by clicking that sub button, become a member of our community. And then if you want to upgrade, click that little join button, become an insider. We got some really cool insider features coming for you guys. Lots of live chats just for those who are the badge holders. Paul P. also a thought could be a cool to blog your day and gym sessions. I will do that soon. It's hard because then I got to have some camera person following me around. I'm a private person. I'm a family man, and maybe we will, but it's kind of weird in the COVID era. You know what I mean? I got little girls at home. I got 2 young little girls at home, 5 and 6 years old. So just, having randos in the house. I don't really like my kids on camera. I don't glorify them on social media. I'm not one of those fitness, like, who's that one dude who's always, I forget what his name. He's got a huge channel. He's always just like pushing his kid in front of the camera to get views. Man, shame on him. What a shitty dad that is, in my opinion. Using your children to clickbait your audience to get more fucking views. Man, that's disgusting. I keep my kids private. Every so often, maybe you'll see a little glimmer of my children as I'm living a normal life. But I do not leverage my children for clicks, and I absolutely could. My kids are fucking badasses, right? They're gymnasts and karate, and like they're all belted up, and they do all these cool, crazy, fun stuff, and they're super healthy, and they don't eat crappy food, and they're just sweet, smart little girls. But I don't over leverage that. So point being, I kind of shy away from some of that stuff, and it does hurt our brand, and it hurts our channel, it hurts our viewers and our engagement. But I'm not going to leverage my kids and my family, right? So maybe we'll be a little slower growth. And then when my kids can consent to things like that down the road, then maybe they will become a part of it. But until then, but I agree. I will figure out some way where I can do maybe like, what do I eat in a day, where I can shoot most of that stuff myself. Live again. I love it. You can make a video for boxers cutting weight. Isaac, absolutely. I will do a maybe like boxer versus MMA, because the weight cutting is completely different. That's a good one. Zach C, I'm doing the 12-week program. Do I need to buy both books, or will the website provide all the information needed? The website provides everything you know. Everything you need is on the website. Every meal, every ingredient, every recipe, every workout, every exercise with video tutorials, every set, every rep, every rest period is all provided for you on the online platform, available on your mobile, on your tablet, on your laptop. Click the link below, thedolcediet.com. Our 4-week and 12-week personalized online weight loss program is crazy. It works so good. It is a total body transformation program, the #1 rated online healthy weight loss platform, by the way, with a 100% success ratio for over 20 years, working with the world's greatest athletes competing in weight class oriented sports. Nobody can say that. We can say that honestly and legitimately. And that's available. All the science is available to you by clicking the dolcediet.com link below. And for a period of time, I think today's the last day, we have that 20% discount. So check it out. Rai says, what do you recommend to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu athletes who want to cut to have to weigh in immediately before a match? I disagree. It's hard. You got to cut weight, which means you're likely dehydrating yourself or malnourishing yourself or overexerting yourself in order to step on the scale to then have to go out there and perform at your best athletically. Not a great idea. That's not a great idea. Right? I dissuade that as much as possible. We work with a lot of Division I, NCAA Division I wrestlers who have a similar mentality going into the season. But the more we work with them, the more we work with their team, the more we work with their coaching staff, the better their performances become as they start to, say, sweep down their weight and stabilize it, so they're no longer peaking and valleying. Peaking and crashing. Because what happens over the course of a 3-4 month season, performance diminishes, performance goes down. But if we can stabilize a normal, healthy walk around weight and not have to keep peaking and valleying, what happens? Performance then starts to go up. And that's the whole point of it, right? The end of the season is the most important time. It's like the championship rounds. It's the last 3-4 weeks of a combat sports season. Who would win in a Isaac, #1? Thank you for being a subscriber to this channel and getting that badge showing that you are an insider of this channel. Thank you. And anyone interested, just click that little join button below so I know that you are an insider. Who would win in a boxing match? Jake Paul or Jorge Masvidal? That would be a tough one because Masvidal is clearly a more technical striker. Masvidal has much more experience than Jake Paul. But Masvidal is now 37 years old, having 50-plus professional fights with a lot of damage. Masvidal is coming off a knockout loss to Kamaru Usman, who is not known for his striking power, who is not known for his striking skill. A good striker, but Usman is known as a pressure grappler, not a technical striker, and he knocked out Masvidal cold, right? Jake Paul just knocked out Tyron Woodley cold. One shot, knocked him out with boxing gloves on. Jake Paul has that power. Jake Paul knocked out Askren. Sorry, I keep saying Ben Anderson for some reason. Jake Paul's got knockout power. I know Jake. I know Jake's team. I know Jake's camp. I know the way Jake trains. I have some inside information about Jake Paul. Jake Paul's the real deal. Jake Paul is the real deal. Jake Paul, for his age and stage of his career, is fighting way above his experience level, and he's winning convincingly. He just knocked out Tyron Woodley. That is a 5-time UFC welterweight world champion. Do not discredit Woodley, right? I've trained with Woodley. I know Woodley. I'm friends with Woodley. To be fair, Woodley's a legit athlete in the sunset of his career. Masvidal's or Paul's on the way up. Who would win though? Man, I don't know. It would be hard for me to intelligently bet against Masvidal in that fight, but at the same time, I wouldn't put money on him. My money would go on Jake Paul. He's got the gift of crack. Right? And I don't know if Masvidal has the power to take Jake out. I think Jake has that power. That's just and the age. Now, if they were both the same age, man, I'd have to go with Masvidal all day. Cody Baker, Cody, thank you. I appreciate that. Go, baby. Brian says, Mike, so many people call themselves coaches out there after losing weight themselves, but never training anyone in person. Thanks for being a real savage coach out there. I appreciate that. That's why I speak so loudly and vocally as I do. Right? I am a true coach, a trainer. I am, in fact, the 4-time world MMA trainer of the year, nominated by my peers, voted on by the fans of the sport for my credentials and my experience and my accolades in the sport of MMA. I've worked with a multitude of professional athletes, UFC world champions, Olympians, CrossFit platform, third place, seventh place in the CrossFit games, Division I All-Americans and national champions. I mean, legitimate Olympic medalists in the Kieran, which is bike racing, in freestyle wrestling, in the marathon, right? I'm a real coach. And I've also lost 113 pounds. I went from 282 down to 169 myself. So I got the skills, baby. Paul says, thoughts on McGregor's comeback fight, and how would you think the 190-pound bulk did for him? Not well. I feel like the extra weight on a healing bone would be as beneficial as one would think. Yeah, I don't think that was I would have advised slightly against it. Now, I don't know Conor personally. I don't work with him. I don't know his health history. I don't know his medical history. I don't know what his blood work looks like. I don't know what his lifestyle is, right? I don't know a lot of this stuff. So this is really just speculation here. But I would have really encouraged a much more performance-focused weight management program. I wouldn't have wanted to see him get up that big, right? I think him in the lower 180s, maybe, let's say, if he truly got to 190, but he looked like it. And I don't know how accurate some of the photos that actually came out were. I've seen a lot of, you can do a lot with the goon lighting, as Nick Strength and Power says, and angles and a pump and, carbohydrate loading and water retention. There's lots of ways to kind of like augment for short periods of time how the body looks. But Conor's really up into the 190s, man. I don't know if that's awesome. I don't know if that's going to be long-term healthy for him, because now he's got to get the weight off. Like I would have been focused on constant recomp. If he was, let's say he was working with us, so let's say he would have been walking around very healthy, shredded, like an ultra athlete, super shredded, more in a caloric surplus to heal the damage, but not so much so that he blurred out his abs. And that's a lot easier to do than most people realize. Cody says you should bring in Chael Sonnen when you talk MMA. See if you two can work out a day a week. That would be awesome. But I got to say, Chael and his channel are so much bigger than ours. It would not be fair for me to ask someone at that level to come down here until our channel explodes back into the algorithm. And you guys can definitely help by subscribing, by giving these videos a thumbs up if we add value, and definitely leaving comments below these videos, even sharing these videos if you felt so inclined to do so. Once we get our subs back up, once we get back into the algorithm, I'm going to be on my bat phone all day long, getting all of my network in. I get my Rolodex, ladies and gentlemen. If you saw my Rolodex, I got some fucking heavy hitters, but I don't want to bring them on until we can guarantee thousands to 10,000s to hundreds of thousands of views for them. And people say, oh, you should just get them on your channel. That'll blow your views up. I know it probably would, but I am not one to leverage my friends and leverage my relationships for personal gain. I'm a person that wants to use my platform to allow my friends and my network to gain. It is a slower build for sure, but this is the way I built my business. This is the way I organized my entire life. So I just ask you, if I add value to your life, just engage with the channel in the way that you feel appropriate. Consider subscribing, thumbs up. Definitely leave comments if you want to hear new videos. I mean, that's the big thing about the videos. Cody says, always love the content. Cody, thank you so much. I appreciate that. We're working hard for you. I mean, this is video number 2 today. I'll probably be on YouTube for a total of last video was what, 45 minutes or so. Here we are 37 minutes deep. I'm going to do an Instagram live after this. I'm going to shoot another video that'll be out tomorrow morning. We're working hard for you guys. Daryl says Woodley's my third favorite. That was a quality knockout, and he set it up expertly. That knockout was real against a real fighter. Bro, I agree, man. Jake set that up. It was a small little feint, right? He had that small little feint, and bang, sent him up over the top. That was real deal, and that was a thud. That was a big one. Isaac says, I'm an amateur boxer. Do you think I should cut any weight or just pick a weight division I fit in? Pick the weight division that you fit in when you are at your athletically best. What does that mean? If you're walking around at, let's say, 170 right now, but you got a little chub on you, you might be best competing in the low mid 150s. Let's get that 10 pounds of chub off. Let's get you nice and tight. What we say is we want our athletes to be walking around about 4% above their weight class. That would be ideal, because we're not trying to dehydrate to make weight. But I will do that video for you. Hey, Mike, we always hear that Connor can't make that crazy cut down to 45 anymore. Not even with the Dolce diet. Of course, with the Dolce diet. We have a 100% success ratio in helping athletes lose weight. Remember, we helped Dwayne Bang Ludwig cut from 198 to 156 in 13 days. We helped Quentin Rampage Jackson cut from 261 down to 205 in 10 weeks. Right? We helped Kelvin Gastelum make the championship weight of 170.00. He had never made that weight before or after working with us. Those are just a few. We have a 100% success ratio because we science the hell out of it. How many grams of protein should you be eating on a cut? Relatively 1 gram of protein per pound of 1 gram of protein per pound of relatively lean muscle mass. This would put you anywhere between 0.8 to 1.2 grams per pound of total body mass. So around a gram per pound, depending. Now, if you are at 50% body fat, if you're 300 pounds at 50% body fat, well, you should probably be eating closer to 150 grams or so per day. That's why we say relatively lean body mass. Easy. Paul says, I train in the evening after doing sales for 8 hours. This live shit gets me focused for my training. So keep it up. Hell yeah, Paul. What's the workout for today, man? Be focused when you go in there. Always have an objective when you go in the gym, when you go to the train. I don't care if it's Pilates or MMA or slanging weights. Always have a goal. Always have a focus. Always know this one thing, this one exercise, that's my goal today. I'm going to do everything to the best of my ability, exactly as it's scripted. But this one thing I'm really going to fuck up today. I'm going to focus on today. I'm going to hit a PR on this today. That one exercise will be my best version of that exercise ever. I won't make the mistake I made last time. I will overcome that in this training session today. Paul P says today is chest and triceps. Awesome, man. That's always a fun one. Today's my upper body push day too, by the way. So I'm going to crush mine here as soon as I'm done chatting with you guys. Well, guys and gals, I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you so much. You are absolutely amazing. You hang out with us. You're a part of this channel. I appreciate you. If you're interested, click the links below this video. We have online personalized diet and exercises programs available on your phone, tablet, and laptop. We have personal one-on-one coaching where you can literally hire me for 30 days to be your personal and private coach, which I'm super happy to do. That's all at thedolcediet.com. Click the link below this video. Isaac says, I'm following 3 weeks to shredded, but afraid I'm not getting enough protein. If you're following 3 weeks to shredded exactly as it is created for you, you're getting the exact amount of protein you should. The online version of 3 weeks to shredded, the online version of living lean were meticulously crafted by myself, my team of registered dietitians, and exercise physiologists to build you the most ideal, personalized, healthy total body transformation program. Every nutrient was precisely crafted inside the rule engine of our software, which is what you are actually signing up to be a part of. Every meal, every recipe, every ingredient is personalized to you, to the individual. You are locked in. Now, if you need a little bit more protein, you want the best protein, click the link below. We do have the Dolce Way. It's our own formulation. It is a completely organic, cold process, cross-flow, micro-filtered whey protein isolate. Read the ingredients before you purchase and be blown away at how pristine the formula is. Happy to help, Isaac. Paul, I was doing push-pull legs, but went back to bro split after 6 months, was getting stale. Yeah, I get that. Flip back and forth. Have fun, man. Have fun. Flip back and then jump back in, because you'll get tired of the bro split after a while, because you're like, man, I'm only training chest once a week. Like, you're missing out on some gains. I might do a full body, like a push-pull. Monday, Thursday, push. Tuesday, Friday, pull. Wednesday, Saturday, a little GPP, active recovery, sled drag, farmers walks, things like that. That's a gangster ass program too. All right, guys and gals, I appreciate you all. Thank you all for being here. You are absolutely incredible. Leave comments below this video if you want to hear anything. You want to hear me talk about something else in the future? What were you thinking? What's your plateau? Leave comments below. Leave your questions below, and I will definitely look forward to shooting a video for you in the future. Thank you for being here, and until next time, boom.